Game premiered on Netflix in September of 2021. 3 agonizing years later, we get Squid Game Season 2. Does the new season live up to the hype of its predecessors? My name is themoviebae, and join me as I do a spoiler-free review for Squid Game Season 2. If you enjoy reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, please consider subscribing to the channel. At the end of Season 1, Jihan has vowed to take down the game maker and stop the Squid Games from ever happening again. With his winnings, he has hired a slew of private investigators and has even reconnected with the detective Jean Ho in order to infiltrate the games, which he does, voluntarily or involuntarily. Well, I'll leave that up to y'all when y'all watch it. After talking to some friends and reading some comments, a lot of people are disappointed in Season 2. And I am not one of those people, y'all. I highly enjoyed Season 2. I can't wait to finish this review so I can go back and watch it again. Like, that's how I feel about it. And I could be biased because I'm a huge fan of Squid Game. I mean, like, I watched the first season at least 15 times, subtitle, no subtitle, English and Korean. I've watched it so many times, frontwards and backwards. I've watched the interviews of the castmates. I watched the interviews about the creator/director. Like, I am really a fan of this series. So when it comes to Season 2, my expectations were met. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even have many cons to this season. Now I can see and understand why people are upset with this season. But let me just debunk all of that right now. So let's get into maybe like the first couple of episodes. Comments that I've been seeing is they were let down by the start of the season, how it's really slow and it took a long time to get back to the game. Now, even though I am one of those people, like in the back of my mind, in the very back of my mind, I was like, okay, so when are we going to get back to the island? I understand. Trust me, I understand. However, episode 1 literally blew my mind. We got a reemergence of the salesman, and a lot of people like the recruiter/salesman because we didn't get a lot of him in Season 1, and we spent a lot of time with him, especially in episode 1. And so it's like, we're giving you what y'all want. Y'all like the salesman? Let's give you the salesman. You want to know his backstory? Here is his backstory. Let's get some more of him. Okay, so I feel like they feeding the people off of episode 1. And then on top of that, I don't know if this was episode 1 or 2, but you have a game in the very beginning of the season. Now, it's not the type of game that we're used to, but it's definitely a game. And baby, when I told you, I said, baby, I think I'm looking at Saw right now. Like, what is going on? This is sick, twisted, and demented, and my heart was broken from episode 1, you guys. How could y'all not be drawn into this season? Now, when it comes to episode 2, I will say it was kind of early for a filler episode, but he had to get his way back to the island. He can't just hop, skip, and jump and get there. No, we had to track down the salesman. We got to get our crew of people. We got to train. We got to locate. And then we can get back to the island. So when we are for episodes like 3, 4, and 5, that is the sweet spot that everybody loves. We're meeting the characters. They're playing the games. However, there are not that many games in Season 2 like they are in Season 1. Y'all know in Season 1, we had a slew of games. We had Dalgona, Marbles, the Glass Bridge, Tug of War. We had a lot of stuff going on in Season 1. However, in Season 2, there are fewer games, but in my opinion, I still feel like they have the same effect because a lot of the characters know each other and they're aligned with each other. So it's kind of like, since the games in Season 2 are team games, it's like, are they going to stay together or are they going to get separated? Are you really an ally or are you just a number? Are you at the top of the alliance or the bottom? So I really like the moral dilemma that the games come with, even though there aren't as many. And I do wish there probably was at least one more. I can attest to that. I feel like it did its job. Because if we think about it, this is a dystopia, right? We know a lot of dystopian movies, Hunger Games and Divergent and Maze Runner. The first season or the first movie, we are introduced to the universe. The second season or the second movie, we are infiltrating the universe. So it's not going to be the same as Season 1 because now we know what's going on. And now Jihan knows what's going on. So y'all can't expect it to be the exact same as Season 1. He had a mission. Y'all knew that going in. So now he needs to start the mission. I like how there's a whole episode dedicated to the voting process. Now, as y'all know, just like in season 1, the game makers want to let the people know y'all are in control. You can leave whenever you want to. You just got to have a majority vote. And that is heavily emphasized in season 2. As to where last year when you voted, you would all go to one side. But in this season, when you vote, you get branded with what you voted for, to leave or to stay. And then you have to go to that side, the leaving side or the staying side. So this, of course, will tear alliances apart and relationships apart because, like previously mentioned, there are a lot of people here that already know each other. We have a mother and son duo. We have baby mama, baby daddy drama. And we also have people who had beef on the outside in here together. Okay, not to mention Jihan has another neighborhood friend that's also in the games with him. So it's kind of like, how are we going to work together in these games if you want to stay and I want to leave? So I like how they emphasize the voting and the dilemma that the people are really, they had like a whole debate on, should we leave? Should we go? Just one more game. It's literally a whole episode entitled One More Game, because a lot of people are saying, if I can just make it and survive one more game, I'll have enough money. And then y'all already know how they go. One more game will turn into 2 more games, which turns into 3 more games. It's like, when will it ever stop? And of course, it's going against Jihan's mission. He wants to tell the people we don't have to do this, but they're kind of looking at him like, baby, you already got the money. What are you even here for? I guess this brings us to episodes 6 and 7, where some people were pleased and others were kind of upset with the ending. So, like I said, he had a mission. He's on a mission. Based off the trailer, y'all know that a revolution is going to be had, okay? I do feel like the revolution probably is not as effective because we're not as connected to the people involved. Like, it's some characters that I care for, but I honestly was more affected by the characters that I didn't even get to spend that much time with. It's just like I knew their backstory. So, when their time came to an end, if it did come to an end, it was kind of like, no. I did not cry as much as I cried in season 2 that I did in season 1. But there are still those moments that will get you there. There's still those moments that will get you there. My only negative from season 1 was the B story. I didn't really care for the detective storyline until the very end when we found out that his brother was the game master. So when he came back for season 2, he linked up with Jihan to find and infiltrate the games. Because don't forget, his brother shot him off of a cliff. Left him there to die. Okay? So he had to make his way back, and Jihan was his way of doing that, and vice versa. So I can appreciate the B story for this season, especially with the twist, because I knew it. Something in my spirit said, I don't trust that one. And then, of course, I'm always right. I'm movie babe. Like, what you thought? I do this. I watch movies. I analyze movies. I write movies, baby. You can't fool me. Now, when it comes to our C story, we have another quote-unquote player here, but she's not even entering the game as a player. She's entering the game as a guard. So just like people asked for, we wanted more about the guard's POV and what they go through and how did they get into this. And we get that from our C story. So even though we don't spend a lot of time with the detective and our new player here, excuse me, I don't even think they said her name, but if they did, my apologies. But they're feeding the people what they want. No, we didn't get a lot of time with them, but we need these sub stories to move the plot along, because when season 3 comes around, I know their roles will be more monumental in infiltrating the games and tying everything up. Keeping in mind that the creator, Dong Hook, took about 10 years to write season 1 of Squid Games, not even thinking it was going to get produced, not even thinking that it was going to get a season 2. I am 100% appreciative of him elaborating on this story, on this universe, and bringing us Squid Game season 2. He also said that there will be a 3rd and final season, and then after that, he's going to wrap up the story. He don't want to drag out a good thing. He's going to keep a good thing where it is and give us 1, 2, 3 seasons. My overall rating for Squid Game 2 is going to be a 9 out of 10. When I tell y'all I laughed, I cried, I yelled at the TV, I laughed, I cried, I yelled at the TV. I feel like it's great story writing and great storytelling when you are able to evoke a various amount of emotions from a person through one episode, one season, or even one movie. This season was a little more lighthearted, but I definitely appreciated the humor. I enjoyed the parallels and the callbacks to season 1. 1. I also appreciated the new moral dilemmas that the characters face, especially through that voting process. And of course, the plot twist, y'all. I really enjoyed the plot twist of season 2 because, of course, you got to give us something fresh and something new to a story that we are already, quote unquote, used to or have already seen. So 9 out of 10 Squid Games for me. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. Emphasis on subscribing because I will be dropping a spoiler review for season 2. I don't know if I'm going to do it episodically yet or if I'm just going to do a whole lump sum breakdown of the entire season. So make sure you hit the notification bell to stay tuned for that. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoy my commentary. It not only lets me know you enjoy my commentary, it lets YouTube know that you enjoy videos just like this. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.